Hi everyone, June here. Pipster. He's dying to get inside in the cool, but he's going to stay out here for another 10-15 minutes, however long we're here. Now you may notice that my knee here is very high. I have a little bit of a tweak going on, so I'm going to place a block underneath it to support it. So my invitation to you is to learn how to support your own body so that you can continue practicing yoga no matter what's going on. You just make changes, you just tailor-make to suit you. You don't have to be doing what everybody else is doing because hopefully they're tailor-making the practice for themselves too. So come to a comfortable seat. Close your eyes and just notice the sounds around you. Notice the temperature, the light. Just notice everything on the outside first. And then notice your body. How do you feel today? Make any adjustments you may need, like the block supporting my knee. And then just notice how your mind is. Maybe it's busy, maybe you already feel pretty calm. Maybe you're worried about something. Just notice. Notice if there's anything bubbling up on an emotional level. And again, just notice, oh yes, I'm feeling that or I'm feeling this. Don't try and change it right now. And then notice your breathing. Often if the mind and the emotions are disturbed, the breathing is disturbed too. So you can calm both of them down by calming your breath down, and the opposite works as well. Calm mind, calm emotional state, calm breath. So it's kind of all, a circle. Let's practice Samavriti. That means equal fluctuation. So inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Just like that. If you focus on your breathing and counting, you're giving your mind a job. So it can't so easily begin to wander. And if it does, that's okay. Just bring it back to counting and breathing. And if you have disturbances like that, just let it go. Just come back to counting and breathing. Counting and breathing. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. We're never going to be able to control the environment around us. All we can have mastery over is ourselves. So just learn to continue that calm state of being, even if your dog's barking, when you really want to wring his neck. Just breathe. Easier said than done, I know, but with practice it does become easier, I promise you. It's taken me 56 years to learn this. You may notice I have something here underneath my shirt. It's actually the microphone. It's not a pacemaker. And let's begin moving. So bring your hands down onto your thighs. If you're sitting on anything, come off. Just begin moving in fluid circles. I might have to switch the cross of my legs here. Let your head hang heavy, bring some softness into your face and shoulders, and just move. Switch direction. Come to center. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, lean over to the right as far as you can. Pause. Inhale to lift. Exhale, over to the other side. Pause. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist to the right. Pause. Inhale, unwind, reach your arms high. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, unwind, reach your arms high. Dive over the big beach ball. Bring your fingertips to the earth and just sway. Let your head hang heavy. Walk your hands in. Put your fingertips on the floor behind you and lift your sternum, your breastbone, lift it up. And if your neck is comfortable, you can put your head back. Or just keep your head upright, looking forward. But you're just stretching across your collarbones, across your chest. Bring yourself upright and come to all fours for cat-cow. Inhale, draw your chest and head forward and up, lift your hips. Exhale, round, pull your belly up towards your spine, push the floor away. Drop your belly to the mat, lift your head, lift your hips. Exhale, round like a cartoon cat. And then keep going in your own rhythm. Come to neutral, bring your big toes together, widen your knees just a tad, not too much. And then keep your body up for a moment while you press your hips back to your heels. And feel as if you're pushing your mat forward as you push your hips back. And then wiggle your hands forward, have them maybe as wide as your mat. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, melt your chest and your forehead towards the mat. If you have any kind of a shoulder injury going on, bend your elbows, place one hand on top of the other, and then lower your forehead to your hands. Come back up to all fours. I'm going to turn here. Bring your right leg out to the side, foot parallel with the edge of the mat, and then press your hips back. Shift your weight forward, press back. I'll move that so you can see. Just pushing forward, pressing back. And then walk your hands in, bring your hands onto your hips. So if you can, have your toes pointing forward, heel back, foot parallel to the edge of your mat. And then inhale, lift your arms up. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Reach as far as you can upwards with the left arm. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lean over to the right. You won't be able to lean very far because your hips lifted. But you're still finding length all the way down the left side, keeping your hips facing forward. And then inhale to come up. Lower your left hand to the mat. Reach your right arm up. pause here for a moment. Now your back foot can move in and out like a kickstand. And then lift your right leg up. Now rather than your leg externally rotating with your toes up, have your leg neutral or slightly inwardly rotated so your heel is higher than your toes. And then just give some little pulses here. Lower your foot down, inhale to come up, exhale hands to your hips. Draw your right leg in, just sit back on your heels a moment. Bring your hands on your thighs, just pause and breathe. Bring your hands forward, left leg out to the side now. Press your hips back, shift your weight forward. Just a gentle stretch to your inner thigh. The adductor muscles. Walk your hands in. Dust your hands off if you're outside. Inhale, reach your arms up. Lower your left hand to the left thigh, take a breath in, and as you exhale, lean over towards your extended leg. And this hand here is just for balance. You're not pressing on your knee joint or anything like that. It's just resting there. Inhale to reach both arms up. Lower your right hand to the mat. Now, if the mat is too far away, just put your hand on a block. Pause here first so that you can just set yourself up, firm foundation. Now there's a lot of space between your lower shoulder and your head, so you're not collapsing your head down. That's part of the reason we reach this arm up, because it just really allows our body to reach up. And then lift your left leg up, little pulses. Get the old bum muscles involved. Pause, hold. Lower your foot down, inhale to come up, and sit back on your heels, hands in prayer. Pause. Coming into one of my favorite poses now, Malasana, garland pose, deep squat. Use the toilet pose, depending on where you are. So, support yourself with your hands, come onto your feet, and then just widen your feet and sit your bum towards the floor, coming into a little squat. Press your palms together, use your elbows as leverage to push your knees out. That allows you to lift yourself up tall. Drop your tailbone to the floor. Now our feet have a tendency to roll inwards here, to pronate. So try to keep your feet flat. That might mean sort of pressing out a little more on the outer edges of your feet. And see if you can find a sense of relaxation and ease here. This is one of my favorite poses, I love it. Now while we're here, let's practice some Mula Bandha, which are like Kegels. It's the pelvic floor. So as you exhale, gently give a lift of those muscles in your pelvic floor, like a hammock that's holding all your organs up. Give a little lift, you'll feel your belly tense at the same time. And then just allow your muscles to soften. Exhale, pull the muscles up. Soften. So each exhale, you're just lifting your pelvic floor, lifting your low belly. And then lower your hands to the mat. Bring your feet a little bit more parallel. Parallel your feet here and come into a forward fold. So your feet are quite wide. Lift your body, turn your feet outwards and then widen your stance. Bring one hand, this is like a sumo, bring one hand to mid-thigh, the other hand to mid-thigh, and come into this squat. It's like goddess pose. So hands on your hips and feel pressed down. So feel as if you have a very firm foundation in your legs, pressing your hips down. So keeping that firm foundation strong and solid. Begin moving your upper body, softly swaying. And then allow your arms to sway. And then shift your weight, allow your legs to join in. So you're just moving side to side, bringing some fluidity into this pose. Really good for strengthening your legs. I love it. You can roll your shoulders, so do anything you want to do. Feel this fluid movement in comparison to this. So now bring yourself to center, solid legs. Bring your arms up into goalposts. Fiddle with the glasses pose. So this is called goddess, temple pose, different things. Very strong pose. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach your arms up. Exhale, back to goddess pose. Inhale up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Very nice. Lower one hand to the thigh, other hand to the thigh. And again, just begin moving fluidly. Release your arms. Come to center, hands on hips, straighten your legs. Parallel your feet now. We need to parallel feet for stability. Engage your thigh muscles, release, engage, release, engage, release. Tell them to stay engaged. As you hinge forward from your hips, I'm going to turn. Hinge forward from your hips with a long spine. Now reach your arms out in front to begin with. So you have a long, neutral spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows. Fold a little more, walk your hands in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, walk your hands in. Lift and lengthen. Walk your hands in. Lift and lengthen. Make sure your thighs are working. I just noticed mine had got lazy. And then come into a full forward fold. Keep your thighs engaged so your hamstrings can let go. You can have your legs as wide or as narrow as you like. Mine are pretty narrow because I need to be able to grip on this uneven surface outside. Check in with your knees. If they're tugging, it's okay to have your feet slightly turned out if that helps your knees be more comfortable. Lift your head and chest, walk your hands over to one leg. Walk yourself to center, long spine, and then fold. Come to center, lengthen your spine, lower one knee and then the other knee. Sit back on your thighs, sit back on your thighs. Sit back on your heels, hands on your thighs. I've been teaching a lot today already, so my words are all mixed up. Let's come to lie down. Preparing for some bridges. Let's do a hinge bridge to begin. So keep your chin natural. You don't want it lifting all the way up. Just imagine that you're holding an orange here between your chin and your chest. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, press your hips up. This isn't so much about like a big arc, it's more about a long line. Engage your glutes. Lower down, inhale. Exhale, press up. Lower down. Exhale, press up. And down. Up. And down. Up and hold. And then just little pulses up, 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 up. Now remember, we're not looking for the yogi's big, huge arc, stretchy bridge. We're looking for strength, solidity, long line here. Glutes, glutes, glutes. Come all the way down. Now we'll do an articulating bridge. Press your low back down, feel your tailbone lifting up, and then peel along your spine, all the way up, up, pause at the top. Keep your hips lifted as much as you can while you lower your upper body down to the bra line. Keep your hips lifted. Lower down a little bit more. Keep your hips lifted. Peel down slowly. One more time, press your low back down, lift your tailbone up, peel along your spine, lifting all the way up, pause. Pulse, 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 pulse. And then peel down. Ooh. Press your knees together, have your feet wide, just press them together a little bit. Release some tension. Good. And now bring your feet together. Legs are wide, but they're not wide like this. They're just as wide, maybe as your shoulders. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, press up. Really notice your glutes working here. They can't help it. Lower down, inhale. Exhale up, down, up, down, up. Use your glutes. Up, 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 and hold. Little pulses. Press up. Knees together, knees wide. Together, wide, together, wide. Hold, press up. Come all the way down. And now you can draw your knees into your chest, rock from side to side. Cross your ankles, hold behind your thighs, and rock yourself up. We're coming into Paschimottanasana, but do it a little bit differently. So, pelvis is upright, as if you have a bowl of water in it. Tipping slightly forward. I'm actually uphill here. Let's do it this way, it might be easier for me. Okay, so pelvis is upright. Legs are bent generously, feet flexed. So feet and legs are together. Put your hands below your knees and just use those as leverage to really lengthen your spine long. And then from your hip creases, hinge forward. So your pelvis is upright, tipping forward. The bowl of water is sloshing out of the front. Bring your chest onto your thighs and make a commitment to keep it here, okay? The minute it comes away, you've moved your legs far enough. So chest on thighs. I like to hold underneath my ankles and just inch. Keep your feet flexed. Inch your feet forward. Chest remains in contact with thighs. Inch, inch, inch. And then you might get to here, and then I like to just release my hands a little bit. Take a breath in. And then melt. Melt all the way down towards your legs. I like to also put my arms under my legs like this. Now, after a few breaths, you might find that you can still keep contact with your chest on your thighs. You might be able to wiggle your feet forward a little bit more. But there's always some softness in the knees. The minute your chest lifts up, your legs have gone too far. So have that discipline to stay here. I like to put my hands underneath my calves because they support my legs from rolling out or in. I'm going to keep them neutral for now. If we had more time, we'd also do this with them turning out and in. But for now, we're just working in neutral. On an inhale, lift yourself up. Ooh. Scoot your bum along the mat. Curl into a little ball on your back. Rock from side to side. Just release some tension in your back. Come into happy baby. Keep your tailbone heavy to the mat in happy baby. And then lower your feet, lengthen out your legs. Palms up. Just let your legs externally rotate, arms externally rotate. And just let everything go. Let all of that just marinate in your body. And stay here for 5 minutes or more. Release all the tension from your muscles, from your mind. So you can stay here for 5 minutes. So using this video as a tool, your Shavasana, your final relaxation would be 5 minutes or more. But I'm going to end here, so hands to prayer. Take a moment to give thanks for this amazing body that you live in. Celebrate everything that it can do. And at the same time, honor your limitations. Thank you so much for watching.